now on Islam Channel, Living the Life.
And we've also got Shahina Islam here. She's a youth worker, so she works with young people. She's a vlogger and a community activist, mashallah. Now, and she is here to tell us about the modern day Niqabi. We're really glad to have Sister Shahina over here. See a little bit more about what it means to be the modern day Niqab. Let's have a look.
New satellite television channel in Cairo has joined the Egyptian media landscape, and this one is different. Maria TV, named after one of the wives of Prophet Muhammad, launched on the first day of Ramadan. And contrary to most of Egypt's female television presenters, these women speak from behind a veil.
Human communication is through the eyes. It doesn't matter what a woman looks like behind the niqab. The important thing is a spirit that can communicate the meanings and feelings.
The channel offers a wide array of content, from religion and politics to relationships and comedy. Under the reign of Hosni Mubarak, fully veiled women didn't stand a chance to appear in front of the camera. But now, with Islamists running the country, new doors are opening up.
We have been oppressed for 60 years. We are not allowed in certain places. We are treated differently at universities and in government institutions just because we chose to exercise our freedom and add a bit of religion by wearing something we believe conforms with Islam.
More women choose to cover up on Cairo's streets. Maria TV is sure to attract a keen audience, a reflection of growing change in the Arab world's most populous nation.
What's really interesting about that, it really shows how diverse the Muslim, especially the Muslim women community is around the world. And we've got Sister Shahina here who's going to be talking to us a little bit more. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Welcome to the show.
Jazakallah khair for having me.
No, of course, it's an absolute pleasure. Let's get straight into it. Being a modern day Niqabi, everyone has an opinion about what you're wearing. What's your opinions? What's your thought on this?
It's just interesting, sort of every other day we do get these sort of odd comments or questions, because I was watching some interviews that happened today actually, and one of the main questions you get asked is, why did you choose to wear it, or why do you wear it? And I think, why do we have to answer that again and again? You know, it's a bit obvious why we wear it. We're Muslim. We have a dress code that we wear and follow, and the niqab, whether it's a choice or not, that's something that we don't have to answer for all the time.
Absolutely.
And when you say modern day, it's quite interesting because the niqab has always been in Islamic history from the beginning, you know, from our to the mothers of the believers to today, alhamdulillah, you see more younger girls are actually adorning it. You know, when you speak to Vivet sisters, you tell them that you have to wear the hijab and the jilbab. They actually wear the niqab. So it's quite interesting, why is there more of young women who are born and bred in the UK, who have been educated in universities, that are choosing to wear the niqab? I think that's the question that's more interesting, rather than, you know, why do you choose to wear it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess when I think about the modern day, everyone who is a non-Niqabi has something to say about the niqab. And I guess that's what I meant. Modern day, why is everyone else commenting on it when actually it shouldn't really matter? But it is quite a political garment, and it shouldn't be, but it is. When you've got different people across the political spectrum saying something about it. How is it like to be adorned in the niqab when walking down the street, or what's that everyday sort of experience like for you?
It's different sort of every day. It kind of depends on maybe what area I'm in. So, for example, I've lived in Birmingham for 5 years, and over there, you know, alhamdulillah, a lot of women wear niqab. So actually over there, it's quite normal. You know, you don't really think about it. Whereas in London, it's probably a bit different. There are certain parts where I might feel a bit more cautious when I'm wearing it. So, but obviously, I always have someone with me. So yeah, I mean, it depends. I think with certain comments that have been going around recently, that's when I'll be thinking more about my veil. Otherwise, you don't really think about it.
Which is actually quite a nice thing, that it's nothing to you.
No,
but
it's just a part of me. It's part of my dress, and you know, you don't really think about it. You don't, when you're wearing it, you don't think, oh, what's people going to think and what people are going to say. That's really not the point. But like I said, when there's certain comments that are being spread around the media, that's when people look at you, and that's when you can feel a bit paranoid. So I think the fear is stricken by certain comments, not from me, or not from, you know, sisters that wear the niqab.
It's an interesting one, but I mean, it is one of those things where, depending, like you were saying, depending on where you are, it can change, because it's such an obvious thing. Is, you know, I'm looking at you and I can see that you've got it on, and we're both Muslim, and I might get treated differently just because of how we're dressed, and it shouldn't be like that. Of course, it isn't. But I mean, I know that a lot of sisters.
But don't you think the question is, though, okay, if I can ask you?
Of course you can.
Is, can you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you
Absolutely.
get me? Are we expressing like,
Yeah, completely.
eye contact?
Yeah.
And this is the point.
Yeah.
You know, people say, "Oh, I can't communicate with you because
Yeah.
I can't see your expressions." All you can't see is my nose and my lips.
Yeah. But isn't
You
that that's the conversation people who haven't had that conversation with you or
Yeah.
haven't sat across from an intelligent person who's, you know, just because you're in the niqab, it doesn't change anything from who you are. And I think that's
But with social media, so we have social media now. There are people who are interacting from different countries worldwide.
Absolutely, yeah.
They have never met face to face.
Yeah.
Maybe just some pictures. What's a picture? It's not emotion, anything. Do you see? So people are actually still communicating through text messages, emails, faxes. In fact,
Yeah,
through
absolutely.
work. So why? Since
actually
when did the
niqab
face?
is probably more modern than all of those. Is what you should. Tell me something though. It is what advice would you give to sisters who do with the niqab? Because it's unfortunately it is the situation where sometimes you're more of a threat, as in you're threatened, I should say, because of what you choose to wear.
Yeah, I mean, alhamdulillah, I think sisters that do wear the niqab are brave, especially in a climate like this. It's not easy because I think Muslim women, and it's not just about the niqab.
No.
I don't want to put my sister, we're not in this group where there's a niqabi group and a hijabi group and a non, it's not really like this, we're Muslims.
Absolutely.
So even sisters with the hijab actually do get attacked. It's not necessarily the veiled, because the veiled women might have some sort of protection with them. The hijabi sisters go to work and they get attacked for being Muslim. We are visibly seen as Muslim women. You know, you should pride about the fact that we are Muslim and that we are confident. And people that make those remarks should really question their position.
Absolutely.
I mean, running away from your duties as a minister, as a politician, you ran away from your duties and let's just go and attack the Muslim woman who pretty much sticks to her values and her principles. You know, why are you picking on a woman? Like, seriously, there are so many more questions in the political arena that need answering.
Distraction, basically.
Yeah, so let's not talk about how we are so oppressed. You don't need to worry about our oppression.
We've got that.
We have a voice and we use that. And I think sisters should be very confident about it, and they are. Honestly, you know, the more sisters you speak to, you think they just laugh at it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Honestly.
And you're a prime example of somebody who is very confident, very articulate, and it shouldn't be a thing. But I want to ask you something in terms of what we as a community should be doing, could be doing. What do you think we can be doing more as an ummah?
I think we should talk about it more. You know, there's lots of subjects we talk about. In the Islam channel itself, like I come on Women's Day, and we talk about lots of subjects that might be taboo. Talk about it, be open. Go and talk to your sisters that wear the veil, see what, you know, get to know them. And I think sometimes what I find the saddest is not non-Muslims questioning me why I wear the veil or why do Muslim women wear it, because obviously they're not Muslims, they wouldn't understand. What I find is when the Muslims sometimes, your own brothers and sisters, would question, so why do you do this, why do you make it hard on yourself or us? No. We are Muslims as one community. We should get together and speak about these issues. We should be more open. I think the Muslim woman is, I'll be honest, on the planet right now is the bravest.
Yeah.
Whether it's here, local or global,
Absolutely.
there's women doing all sorts of things. In the public arena, socially, everywhere. So
Absolutely.
to question us and our confidence, it's a bit out of the picture.
And you know what, I've got to thank you for coming on and, you know, sharing and just being who you are in all of its sort of aspects. And thank you very much for coming on and talking to us. But for now, we are off to a quick break, but we'll see you after this. Assalamu alaikum.